I never thought I'd see the day. Amir Khan, after all these years, has finally admitted that he was ducking Kell Brook all along. Now, he hasn't come out and said that he was ducking Brook because he was afraid. He said that he was not giving Brook the fight for all these years because he wanted to hurt him and teach him a lesson, because he says Brook was disrespectful. Now, personally, I believe there is an element of truth to that. But I think what Khan is not saying is that he didn't want to lose the status, at least in his own mind, as being the number one British welterweight. Now, many of you will say, well, he lost that status a long time ago. Again, I'm talking about in his own mind. Yeah? He didn't want to lose that status, and therefore he didn't want to face Kell Brook. Because, of course, Amir Khan has faced better fighters than Kell Brook. Canelo Alvarez. I mean, some people might argue that Marcus Maidana was better than Kell Brook when you look back at both of their careers retrospectively. I'm not necessarily saying I'm making that argument, but other people I'm sure will. So Amir Khan's been in there against better fighters than Brook. And if you count Marcus Maidana as better than Brook, he's beat better fighters than Brook before. So to say that he's scared of actually getting in the ring and fighting Brook, just the act of actually trading punches with the guy, he's never been scared of that. Khan's shown tremendous bravery, other than the Terence Crawford fight where he did quit. Khan showed tremendous bravery throughout his career. Danny Garcia, remember that fight? Tremendous bravery. So it's never that he was scared of trading blows with anybody. It was him, in my opinion, being scared of losing the bragging rights of at least being the number one British welterweight. And a contributing factor may have been this disrespect that he feels he received from Kell Brook. So I'll partially accept what Amir Khan is saying in terms of the reason why he didn't fight Kell Brook for all these years. But Khan, so many times, was pointing the finger at Brook and saying Brook doesn't want it. You remember that? He was gaslighting Kell Brook for years and gaslighting the public, really. When he was blatantly avoiding the fight, he'd turn around and say, I don't know what's up with Brook. Doesn't seem like he wants to fight. Khan gaslighting more than the potato in the wig in Westminster. Unbelievable. So, it was all fun and games for many years with him trolling and gaslighting Brook. But now he comes out and admits that's exactly what he was doing. And because of that, again, Khan could be just taking his trolling up a notch here for all we know. But he now says that he's actually willing to fight Brook at this point. They're both at the end of their careers. Where are they really going to go? It makes much more sense for Khan at this stage to take a risk against Brook than to take a risk against somebody like a Conor Benn. Makes much more sense. Surely Khan realizes he's not going to get a Manny Pacquiao or, in fact, let me not speak too soon, because you never know who, let's say, Keith Thurman might come back against. You never know. But I'm going to assume Khan doesn't believe he's going to get any big names. And therefore, when he's got the likes of Conor Benn calling him out, who's it better to take a loss against? Conor Benn or Kell Brook? He's surely in his mind going to think that the Kell Brook fight makes more sense because there might be more money in it still. Will there be more money? I mean, what are they really going to pay Amir Khan and Kell Brook? There's going to be a lot of beef. There's going to be a lot of back and forth and verbals between the pair of them if that fight got made. So could it generate more than a Conor Benn fight? Maybe. But let me know what you guys think about this in the comments below. I particularly want to hear from the Khan diehards who all these years were attacking me whenever I would say Khan is blatantly avoiding Kell Brook. He's blatantly ducking him. And look, a duck is a duck. It doesn't matter what the motivation is behind it. If you're avoiding a perfectly good fight for good money over and over again for years, that's called ducking. Doesn't mean that Khan is afraid of getting in the ring with somebody. It's him being afraid of the consequences of losing. It's not the actual physical, fight itself and the prospect of getting hit, getting hurt, getting knocked out. We know Conor's got heart when it comes to stuff like that. But it's the person, in this case, Kell Brook, that he couldn't stand losing to because of those bragging rights and because, I guess, to some degree, he felt disrespected by Brook, so he wanted to punish him as well. And you always got the sense there was some vindictiveness there from Khan, that he wanted to mess with Brook's mind and he did want to hurt him, basically. I believe that. Anyway, let me know what you guys think in the comments below.